Hey everybody, your host is Colette here with Let's Play Trauma Center Under Knife 2. Anyway, right now is what we're going to do is go into the second part of the chapter 1-2. However, it's not a surgery, so it's just going to be part of the storyline. So let's continue. So we'll start with this episode. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long so that we can start another little part of the story and get another surgery. All this, just get through just one little surgery that's only like 5 minutes long. Anyway, 3 years ago, the medical terrorist organization Delphi created a lethal disease they named guilt. Anyway, guilt is what they defeated the first trauma center, and anyway, they used this infectious disease in an attempt to plummet the world into crisis, which they almost did. However, a specialized medical organization, ATLUS, I don't know how would you say it, so don't be hard on me if I didn't say it right, was called into action and created to challenge unknown or intractable diseases, which halted the terrorist scheme. Of course it did. And at the heart of their team stood a doctor who carried the fight against guilt to the end, Dr. Derek Stiles, which I will be playing. Oh, and here's Adele Tulba. I still can't believe it. You two are the legendary duo who defeated guilt. I never should have spoken to you so casually earlier. Legendary is pushing it just a little. And we never could have eradicated guilt without the help of our colleagues either. Adele, don't flatter Dr. Stiles too much. Jealous, I think. I think she's jealous. A doctor should never lose his cool, but he has a tendency to get swept up in the moment.
No.
You think so? Anyway, what brings you two to this country? This camp? We're on a mission to treat any obscure and intractable diseases that we find around the world. You heard about the new infectious diseases that emerged here, right? Yes, Koskar is constantly fighting against zoonosis. I hear this particular disease causes severe tissue scarring and is often fatal. Our top priority here is to treat and report back on this mystery disease. But fortunately or unfortunately, we haven't encountered anyone who shows any symptoms of it. Okay, I guess that's a mixed blessing for them. That's why we're participating in medical volunteer work in Zakara. I didn't think we'd be expected to take on an apprentice. But since we're woefully understaffed, we're lucky to have you. I'm very honored. I'll do my best to keep up. You know, as every friend mentioned to me, he texted me on my BlackBerry. He said that Adele Tulba looks like a girl, even though he knew that it was a boy, but he do look almost like a girl. His hair is long. I think it's time for him to get a haircut. And they were talking about Dr. Stiles needing a haircut in the first game. Oh my.
Hey there.
Oh, and here's a new female voice. Let's see, is it true we've got a new doctor? Ah, hello Sylvia. Ah, good morning Angie. Ah, this must be him. Everyone's been talking about you. You sure are quick when it comes to gossip, Sylvia. But you're right, this is him. He'll be working with us from now on. Well, nice to meet you. My name is Adele Tulba. I'm Sylvia Warrenberg. Nice to meet you, too. I work as a counselor here. A counselor? The people here require treatment for mental conditions as well as physical ones. Yes, they do. I wonder if she does anger management, like that dude that was in the first episode. Man, was he mean to Dr. Tulba. The unrest has mentally exhausted many of them, adults and children alike. Are you a native of this country? Can you speak Castanese? Yes, I can. Great, you'll be able to help us with interpreting them. Our interpreter is going on a vacation soon, so I was wondering what we do while he was gone. I don't know about that. There's a mountain of work to be done. Ah, don't be stingy, Dr. Stiles. I hope you can help in your spare time, Dr. Tulba. I'll be happy to counsel you in return. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Is she from America too?
Yeah.
Yes, of course she is. And she likes to come to the clinic without any reason sometimes, but she's very helpful in general. Yeah, she seems to be a nice counselor. Anyway, she can also be a little coercive, but don't mind her. I see. This camp seems to be receiving aid from lots of different people. Well, that's a good thing, apparently, you know. Nothing wrong with that, getting lots of help. But what's most important is for people like you to eventually be able to hold your own. Yes, I agree. I hope I can quickly live up to those expectations. To get you started on that, why don't we take care of these? This is your share. Huh? Are these all charts? There's so many of them. Well, there's so many sick people, so that's it. Anyway, and we're done with this one. So, see this gold bar? Of course, this is a surgery one. So we're going to start with this episode. Novice mistake. Let's see. So, how does it look, Doctor? Well, it seems like it's just a typical case of food poisoning. Really? My stomach's been hurting for a really long time now. Your immune system is probably weak at the moment, but I don't think there'll be any complications. I'll write you a prescription for it, and we'll see how you do for the next 2 or 3 days. Also, don't eat anything else for today, and make sure you go gentle on your stomach tomorrow, too. I don't understand. I understand. Thank you very much. Take care. Whew, that was my 20th patient. Wow. This place is even more hectic than I thought. Well, on to the next one. Ah, Miss Thompson. Is the operation over? Yes. Dr. Tulba, can I ask what the results for the patient that just left? Huh? My last patient? It was just food poisoning, enteritis to be exact, nothing out of the ordinary. I see. Why, is something wrong? No, it's just that he's been in before complaining about stomach pains. The previous doctor examined him though. Yeah, I saw his chart. It seems he was suffering from enteritis that time too. I see. Still, it might be a good idea to perform a thorough examination on him next time. I don't think that would be necessary. Ooh, a little bit cocky for a rookie doctor. This area's conditions are still unsanitary, so diarrhea and stomach pains are fairly common. And we don't have the equipment to perform a detailed examination like we could at a hospital. That may be true, but it would really be a hassle. Anyway, I should bring in the next patient. Well, you can certainly tell he's inexperienced. I've already seen 20 today, but that's probably just the tip of the iceberg. If you'll excuse me, Miss Thompson. Okay. Dr. Tulba, please wake up. We have an emergency patient. Wonder who this is now. But it's the middle of the night. He's a patient you saw this afternoon, Doctor. Wait, what? Aha! Where's the patient?
Dr. Tulba.
I drove him here. I responded immediately to the radio call, but he's in a lot of pain. Dr. Stiles, I've transferred a patient with acute abdomen to the examination room. Acute abdomen. What? Don't tell me, it wasn't just food poisoning? Yes, as you didn't already know, that this is the patient that Dr. Tulba that we were talking about, and he thought he had enteritis. Anyway, we don't know for sure yet, but there's a possibility it's a gastrointestinal stomal tumor. Cyst? That can't be! Did you check the patient's charts carefully? He's showing the same symptoms as before, but it says that there was blood in his discharge this time. No? I thought that it was just diarrhea. I'm sorry, I was so busy that I must have overlooked it. Oh, Dr. Tulba, not very nice. The onset frequency of GIST is low and it's hard to detect without a thorough examination, but still.
Dr. Stiles!
To see, the test results are in. Numerous tumors detected in the small intestine. I believe that it's GIST, or GIST, whatever. Okay. As I suspected. Then that means I misdiagnosed him. That can't be. What are you waiting for, Adele? Huh? Now, see, now he's getting a little bit low and down on himself because he made a novice mistake. Hence the name of the part of Chapter 2. Anyway, you know the patient's condition shouldn't be getting ready to operate. But I made a terrible mistake. I overlooked the cause of my patient's illness. I can't do it. I can't operate like this. You've got to pull yourself together. He's your patient, isn't he? If you're a real doctor, then you take responsibility for your patients no matter what. But I don't have the skills to succeed on an operation of this magnitude.
Dr. Tulba!
Low self-esteem. Oh, and here's Sylvia, the counselor. See what she does for him. Let Tulba try to think about what you do as a doctor. What do you think that is? You're supposed to save patients and gain experience too. I'll perform the operation. Rather than sulking, why don't you help me out? If you run away from this, you'll never be able to call yourself a doctor again.
Dr. Stiles.
Understood. I'll prep for the operation. Let's see. As you can tell, let's begin the operations briefing. You'll be extracting tumors located in the patient's small intestine. Okay? And the tumors are not large, but hemorrhaging has been detected, so we have to act fast. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. We'll need to excise them before they get any larger. You should also know that when you treat a tumor, smaller tumors will form around it.
Let's do our best.
I'll let you decide which to treat first, Doctor. You heard her, Adele. There are two main objectives in this operation. Excise and extract the tumors in the small intestine. Treat the small tumors that form, which means with the tiny formers, you use a laser. We'll be using the PAL procedure to extract the tumors. Have you heard of it? Yes, we have to drain the tumor's cytoplasm to decrease its volume before we extract it. Am I right? Exactly. Pay close attention to the procedure. You'll be doing this too, sooner or later.
Got it.
Yes, sir. Okay. Let's begin the operation.
Right, let's do this.
And right now you have time limit for 5 minutes. But I don't think 5 minutes is necessary for me.
Use the antibiotic gel.
Okay. So, antibiotic gel first. Then we make a nice cut. Anyway, those are small ones. Or small tumors, so
Use the laser.
you need to have the laser like I mentioned earlier.
Doctor, listen.
Now, keep holding the laser in place to apply it for a longer period of time. But if you keep it there too long, the tissue could be damaged. Please be careful. No, now burn away the small tumors if you would, Doctor. Okay, if you would stop talking, Angie. Now, some of them are going to come up bloody like that. A blood pool is what they call it.
Use the drain.
So what we need to do is we'll take the drain.
Doctor, listen.
Okay. Anyway, so we'll slide that up.
Antibiotic gel.
And that's how you do So I'm going to be cocky, and I'm going to do 3 at once.
Well,
There you
that's
go.
done.
Now we're going to need the ultrasound.
Look!
Oh. Yeah, what we need to do is we need to take the scalpel and cut it. Like that. And then of course we got to drain it.
Use the drain.
Because this is what they're talking about, the Powell method. Okay. And then
Use the scalpel.
you cut along this little line here. Or in a
Use the
circle.
forceps. Very nice.
Okay.
Use the forceps.
Now we'll take the forceps to put the little membrane and stuff on here.
Please continue. Use the antibiotic gel.
And push on it.
Well,
And that's it to it. It's just that easy.
wait.
Okay, now she says that she's getting reactions from the tumors here as well, but they're not visible on the surface, so that means we need the ultrasound. Okay.
Use the scalpel. Use the drain.
Now, I'm going to do 3.
Use the scalpel.
Okay. I don't want to be too cocky, so I'll do it 2 at a time instead. And
Look!
that's okay. Now, I'll put the membranes on these
Antibiotic gel.
and the gel. And I'm not going to worry about the little small tumors because I'll get them when I'm ready. No wonder that poor man was in so much pain. Okay, now it's time for
Well, that's done.
okay, let's close the patient up. That's it. Don't like his vitals, so I'll put him up a bit. Okay. Now we'll suture hand.
Use the antibiotic gel.
There you
Great
go.
work.
Whew, I'm so glad it went well. But this is all my fault. I'm such a fool. Oh, he's so hard on himself. He needs some help. He needs therapy. See my result. Master surgeon again. Is there any doubt? I'm such a great surgeon. He he he. Oh, and he's so sad. I want to give him a hug. I shouldn't have troubled the two of you with a mistake like this. Adele, why did you become a doctor? Huh? Ever since I was a child, this country has been at war. I've always had people around that are suffering from diseases and injuries. My father and mother, brothers, even my friends. I wanted to save everyone from that kind of pain. I became a doctor because I want to help rebuild this country. Well, he became a doctor for the right reasons, which is good. You know, doctors are humans too. There are times when we make mistakes. I made a mistake just like this in the past, and Angie got very angry with me. Actually, he did. And Angie definitely got angry at her. Very angry at him, I should say. She even questioned my ability to be a doctor. What a nasty nurse! To be angry like that. A doctor's work is so rigorous, we tend to forget the caution we need to have with our patients. When in reality, that's the most important part of what we do. I guess being too busy is no excuse, huh?
Yeah.
Doctors need to have skills, but patience and compassion are equally important. Yes, and there's not too many doctors out there that you're going to find that have compassion. That's why there's nurses there. Today was your day to learn that. Adele, don't forget the reason you became a doctor.
Got it.
Yes, Dr. Stiles. Thank you, Sylvia. That was some great counseling earlier. It wouldn't have been a shame to lose such a promising doctor. Well, he did sound like he was a promising doctor, now wasn't he? I just did what I could. And the next one would be another surgery, but I'm going to leave that for my next video. Anyway, hopefully in the next video we're going to take on the Hidden Pearl, which is chapter 1-4. Anyway, till then, this is Colette, and take care all.